For pagans, spring is a sacred time of renewal and new growth, both of the earth and of our human communities and ourselves. So it is in this season, as a Unitarian Universalist pagan, that I want to talk with you about faith formation for our congregation as a body and for ourselves as individuals. What I mean by faith formation is growing and maturing in our faith by building bridges from where we are now to where we want to go. Can we call into being our higher self that we aspire to, as well as the nobler purposes our congregation wishes to serve as a body? We are the hands, the feet, and prophetic voices of compassion, love, and justice in the world. What types of building materials will we choose to build our bridges, and what methods will we use? By engaging in activities both as individuals and as a group, we can fill our own souls and become a wellspring of hope and compassion for our communities also. Faith formation happens over our entire lifespan, and we are always learning new ways of being in relationship with ourselves and with others. We are never done, so to speak, with the joyful and painful work of our spiritual growth. This is an active, ongoing process. Consider for a moment the mission statement for our congregation. Rooted in love, reaching for justice. We are in perpetual motion, moving through the seasons of our lives together, where some are more active and some are more contemplative, but we never stop. We've taken the tree of life as our congregational symbol for a reason. It is a metaphor for growth and nourishment, a reminder of our covenantal purpose for being together in community. Rooted in spiritual practices, our faith's ancestral roots, and in our passion for justice and love as verbs, we grow together as a congregation into a mighty force whose limbs reach out to the farthest edges of our communities, offering sustenance and nurturance to all. Indeed, faith formation is part of our prophetic witness. We believe that revelation is not sealed and that divine love is always working through us. Revelation is an ongoing process which, in showing us new truths, brings changes to our faith and in our outreach. When people's consciousness and their souls are stirred by new revelations and they share them with the congregation, it results in new ways of faith formation, such as our outreach to the PAD shelter. My own passion is pastoral care. And while it is a key component of my faith formation, I believe it can be part of our congregation's faith formation as well. We have a need in this congregation for a deeper commitment to pastoral care, and each one of us can serve as a chaplain to each other in our beloved community. I think we have a rich, untapped potential here to grow together and individually in love and compassion. And I'd like to introduce a program to train lay leaders to form a pastoral care ministry. We are, after all, rooted in love. As a people, we are learning through our participation in social justice and spiritual attainment to grow in compassion and empathy for the struggles of each other and indeed of all people, not just folks like ourselves. Perhaps once we have enough participants in pastoral care ministry, we can form pastoral care teams for public witness events, owning our call to prophetic witness and to compassion in human relations. honoring our principles. Growth in our faith is growth in ourselves, and that radiates to every part of our lives, including our behavior, of course, with family and friends, whether or not they are you. For myself, I am growing into a chaplain and owning my own prophetic witness via pastoral care rendered in our communities. We have some great faith formation programming occurring in our community right now, supported by Reverend Sean and by the tireless efforts of our lay leaders who have generously shared their skills with us. We have opportunities for spiritual growth through Emmy's weekly meditation group and through our adult RE program, which offers embodied worship through dance and singing. We have opportunities for growth and connection through art on small and large scales, in our post-service coloring groups, our men's and women's circles, and in such fantastic events as Cabaret Church. We also have 2 ongoing service commitments, one to PADS in McHenry County, and another one involving the Accessibility Inclusion Ministry, or the AIM Committee. Through the efforts of the AIM group, of which I am a part, we hope to modify our worship space to be more inclusive for all people and to raise awareness about welcoming and affirming people of all abilities. We do have depth in our historical roots in Unitarianism and Universalism that we can mine for direction and spiritual food, which sometimes seems as though it's been abandoned. Can we return to these roots and examine them to see what we can learn about shaping our faith formation going forward as a movement and as a congregation? For me, my own faith formation has included reclaiming my own first faith language, Roman Catholicism, and closely examining those elements from my birth tradition that still resonate with me. This examination has allowed me to honor those elements and let go of my negative attachments to the rest, which means I can further grow in my Unitarian Universalism faith as I have made space in my heart. Perhaps this is something that some of you can relate to as well, and the process may help you to open up your heart to new growth in this faith. So today, friends, I'd like to help you build a bridge from where you are now to where you wish to go on your faith formation journey. And I thank you sincerely for your sustained efforts and generosity of spirit in helping me along on my own journey. Let us continue to support each other as we grow and develop in our faith, sinking our roots further into community and our faith as we do. We have so many ways to stay connected and to connect with our larger community. Conversations at coffee hour, attending church programming, helping out at social outreach events, and keeping up with the newsletter, which can keep you abreast of everything that's happening in our community. All of the team here at Tree of Life, me, Misha, Sean, Sam, and Judy, we are here for you to check in with about anything you may have on your mind and your heart. And we're eager to hear your ideas about additional programming options to facilitate faith formation in our congregation for all ages. Thank you for helping our Tree of Life to grow stronger every year, and for your efforts to build those bridges for yourselves and others to our highest aspirations.